Is Katie Kane Stanzak, and you are here for 30 minutes of Project Physique. So, in this class, we blend yoga, we blend bar techniques, we blend Pilates. Sometimes I throw a cardio blast at you, but you're never going to know what's coming next. So, we'll just keep it moving. If you have props, get them near you, 2 pound weights, 3 pound weights, a ball. All you're going to need is like a chair, a countertop. I just basically like to have everything here that you would have in your house. So let's go ahead and get started. I want you to come right down onto your mat and find yourself in a tabletop position. In your tabletop position, your shoulders are right over your wrists. Your knees are right underneath your hips. Your belly button is drawn back up and in. So you're engaging your core. That is super important this entire time. But don't worry, I'll walk you through it. Take that left arm and reach it out in front of you and start to make a big giant circle. So you're just opening up the arm here and where it connects with the shoulder. Doesn't matter which way you go. You're going to hold and reverse it right here. Big giant circles. Inhaling and exhaling. Good. Take that left arm down. Reach that right arm in front of you. Big giant circles. Inhaling and exhaling. Just connecting and reverse. Beautiful. Taking that right hand down. I want you to go ahead, drop the belly, lift the gaze. This is your cow pose. Slide your shoulder blades onto your back and then press down into your mat. Pull your belly button back towards your spine, rounding and hollowing out. This is your cat pose. So we're going to take two more just like that. Nice and easy. Drop the belly, lift the gaze. Cow pose. And round into that cat pose. One more. Drop the belly, lift the gaze. And press round, hollow it out. Right back to that neutral tabletop position here. I want you to go ahead and tuck your toes and begin to hover your knees over your mat. So this is a tabletop plank position. In this class, you always have the option to come to a child's pose or a downward facing dog to reconnect. So know that that's always available for you. We are just pressing our fingertips down. Our knees are barely hovering over the mat. Your belly button is drawn back up towards your spine, beginning to heat the body here. So you can find all my playlists on Spotify, Project Physique, one word. Sometimes the music doesn't translate so well, and you can just have it rocking in the background. Go ahead, drop those knees, separate them wide, press yourself back, child's pose. In your child's pose, reach your fingers nice and long. Let your forehead completely release to the mat. And draw yourself back to that tabletop position. Tuck the toes, hover the knees. Round two of this tabletop plank. This time, soften your elbows and start to add a little baby pulse in the elbows. So noticing I'm never straightening my arms here. It's just a pulse a little bit deeper. So I'm bringing the arms into the equation here. Little pulse. It's a bend. Keep the breath nice and big. 4, just 3, last 2, and child pose. Send it back nice and long. I just want you to fully release, okay? All the way down onto the mat. You're finding that child pose position. You can go ahead and walk the fingers to the right and to the left, really getting into the side body here, right? So just take all the time you need. And then when you're ready, draw yourself back. Round 3 of our plank series. Tuck the toes, hover the knees, tabletop plank. Elbows are soft. This time the knees are going to tap the mat and then lift up. It's a tap and lift. Little tap, lift, squeeze. Itty bitty baby movements here. Tapping down and lift. You've got this. Make it small. Keep contracting your core. Last 2 right here. Last 1. And child's pose. Welcome to class today, you guys. Walk the fingers right. Stretch into the side body. And walk the fingers left. Really reach right here. Right back, draw yourself forward, tabletop position, tuck your toes. Begin to work your way into your downward facing dog. So this position right here is your other option for if you need a rest or recovery at any time. The first was child's pose. You know what that is. And now you're finding your downward facing dog. Your feet are hips width distant and parallel. You are rooting the base of each finger down into your mat super deep. Legs are long. Your heels are reaching towards the mat. They never have to touch. It's just a directional cue. Exhale, float your ribs towards your thighs. Lengthen your tailbone towards the ceiling. Brush your right leg behind you. I want you to inhale, bringing your knee towards your nose, shifting your shoulders over your wrists. Three-legged plank. Exhale, press it back. Again, inhale. Shoulders come all the way over the wrist, knee towards the nose. Exhale, press it back. Last one, bring it forward. And then pop that right foot near your right thumb, finding a low lunge first. So in your low lunge position, your knee is stacked right over your ankle. That's super important. You're firing through those left toes, belly buttons drawn in. I want you to press down as you lift, sweep the arms up, high lunge. So in your high lunge position, you always have the option to bring your hands to prayer, okay? That'll take it out of the shoulders and the neck. Check that knee though, make sure it's stacked. Inhale and exhale. Begin to straighten your front leg. You're growing taller. Find the balance. Exhale, soften lunge position. Again, inhale, squeezing the inner thighs together. Exhale, soften. One more time. Drawing the inner thighs together. You're lengthening crown of the head towards the ceiling. Exhale, soften into that lunge. Hinge forward, plant your palms on either side, stepping yourself back, downward facing dog. All right, here's your choice. Breathe here in this downward facing dog, or come to child's pose and breathe there. Either way, you're sending the breath to the very base of the belly. Rooting down to those fingers, squeezing your belly button back up and in. If you are in your child's pose, make your way to your downward facing dog. Sweep that left leg behind you. Same thing, side two. Inhale. Knee to nose. Squeeze that knee towards your nose. Exhale, send it back. Again, roll it forward, slow and controlled. And press it back. Last one right here. Rolling it forward. Left foot to your left thumb. Low lunge first. Stacking the knee over the ankle, firing through those back toes. Drawing yourself all the way up. High lunge position. Option to bring those hands to prayer. You know that's available. Straighten that front leg. Right, so balance is different on each side. I'm a little wobbly this morning, but that's all right. Just gonna work through it. And bend. One more time. Lift. And bend. Hinge forward, plant your palms. Right back to your downward facing dog. 3 big breaths here or in child's pose. Warming the body. Inhale. And exhale. Coming to your downward facing dog, bend your knees, look towards your hands, walk your feet between your hands. Your knees are still soft as you slowly roll and stack the spine. Sweep your arms all the way up and overhead. Grab your left wrist, bend your knees a little, turn your toes out. Just reach side body. Press into that left foot, come through center. Grabbing the other side, lift, lengthen, and reach. Beautiful. All right, let's start to heat those legs. I want you to take your toes, turn them in, moving into a little sumo mixer-upper here. So I want you to sit nice and low. Good. Your toes are parallel, so they're facing forward. Your spine is pitched forward. I'm going to turn in a second, but I want to get you working. So you're sitting nice and low. Your tailbone is long. Hands come to prayer. From here, I want you to step your right foot in and step out. Good. Step in and step out. There it is. Lift. and sink. Two more. Lift it here and sink. Last one, you're going to lift up, hold it low, little pulse. It's down, down. So I'm going to rotate just so you can see the position of my spine. You're pulsing nice and low. You can always take a hand and remind yourself to draw your belly button back up and in. You want to think of reaching that tailbone long, okay? Not so much dropping it to the floor. Little pulse, heating the legs here, right? Getting nice and deep. Come down more, come up less. Really press your palms together. Let your elbows be heavy. Inhale, exhale for 4. Yes, for 3. Last 2. Back to singles, lift and sink, lift. So it's like active recovery here, right? Not a full-on recovery. Slowing, making it bigger and lift. Good. Inhale and exhale. 2 more. Lift. Last one, start to pulse. Find that tiny pulse. Can you press into the soles of your feet a little bit deeper? Soften your shoulder blades onto your back. Lift your heart, little pulses. Now, maybe if you squeeze your palms together just a little bit more, you'll notice you're lighting your biceps up all by yourself. No weights needed. Little press. Inhale. 4, 3, 2. Back to singles. So it's lift and sink. It's lift and sink. Make sure those elbows are heavy. They're not curling up around your ears. No additional tension in the neck and shoulders. Lift. 3, just 2. Hold it low. Final set of pulses on this side. Can you make them your deepest? Can you make them the smallest? Can you sink back into the heels just a little bit more, right? Whole foot is down, but really emphasize driving the heels deeper. Inhale. Exhale for 4, for 3, for 2. Hold it, hold it. Yes, you can. I know you can. Sink deeper. And lift all the way up. Okay, shake it out. You're going to grab your weights before we hit side 2. Grabbing weights in either hand. If you don't have weights, don't worry about it. You're going to work your body's own resistance. Your feet are coming into a narrow V. Heels are touching. Toes are open to 11 and 1. I want you to bend your knees. So your spine is straight here. Bring your arms into the sides. Full bicep curl. So it's lift. The legs are working a hold. We're concentrating on the arms here. And if you're noticing that this narrow V does not feel right on your foot or your knees, I want you to unclick, working hips width distant and parallel, okay? Always options. Making sure the arms are long and lift. Never locking out though. Good. So I'm going to turn on profile just so you can see how my spine is stacked. I'm not leaning forwards or backwards. It's a lift and lengthen, lift up and lower, lift. Full range. 4, just 3, last 2. Good. Hold it up right here. Reach the arms up and over your head. Soften your shoulders. Palms are facing the back of the room. Press. Really tiny movements here. So you want to think length in the arms, but not locked out, okay? Protect those elbows. You're pressing back. Your heart stays lifted. Little press. You're squeezing your heels together. Knees are soft. Beautiful. Just 4, 3, 2. Good. Hold it. Flip it. Press those arms down to shoulder height. Sweep them open to a T. Arms stay out at shoulder height, fingers long, shoulders soft. Start to pulse in the legs. Arms work a hold. You're getting deeper and deeper into those legs. Check all of your foundations all the time, you guys. Press into your feet. Squeeze your heels together. Draw your belly button back towards your spine. Lift your heart and soften your shoulders. Amazing. Little press. 8 right here. Inhale, exhale. Just 4, just 3, just 2, Just hold, bend those arms, goalpost arms right here. You're going to come in, frame the face, open it out, goalpost. So it's in and open. Legs are quiet, arms are working, squeeze in and open. Good. Don't let those forearms come any closer than just framing your gorgeous face. Every time the arms come in, can you squeeze your belly button back further, tighter? The answer is always yes. Inhale and exhale. Perfect for 4, 3. There it is. Just 2. God, now hold. Bend your knees. Start to pulse. Beautiful. Good. So if anytime you need to reach out to me, you can always leave me a comment. You can always find me on Instagram, Katie Kane Stanzak, and DM me. I am happy to answer your questions. You're here. You should be the best you can be, right? And I'm here to help with that for 4 little pulses. 3, just 2, hold it here. Hold it. Now you're going to glue those forearms together. I'm going to turn so you can see it. Forearms are pressing, fingers are wide, little press up, up. I know. Backs of the arms are at that shoulder height. You're just pressing a little bit further up. You've got this. Do not quit. Don't do it. 8. Yes. 4, 2. Amazing. Shake it out. Take those weights. Pop those weights to the side, hitting that sumo on side 2. So turn those tootsies forward. Step out a little wider than hips with distance. Sit back nice and low, hands to prayer. Melt your palms together. Step the left foot in and sink. It's up and sink. Big movement here, right? We were just working really small movement. Now we're opening it up and lift. Wide. Good. 2. Now hold it out. Just hold and pulse. So you're just going to have to shift a little bit. Now press the palms together harder. Let the elbows hang softly down towards the floor. Little press. Amazing. You grab a towel, take some water whenever you need. Yes, you can, of course. For 3, 2, hold it here. Back to singles. It's out. And in, and out, and in. Lift, really grow through the crown of your head. 4, 3, 2, hold it out. Second set of pulses. Reach that tailbone back. You can always remind yourself, right? Belly buttons in, shoulders soft. Little pulse. Press into those feet for 4, 3, 2, back to singles. We lift and sink. Lift up and sink. It's like a big breath, right? Inhaling, exhaling. 4, 3, 2, hold it out. Final pulse here. Slide back into those heels, nice and deep. Shoulders soft, elbows heavy. Can you get a little bit deeper? Can you come up less? Of course, you always have the option to work a hold. 4 here, 3 here, 2, and hold. Beautiful. Lift yourself up. Sweep the arms all the way up. Exhale, let it go. I want you to interlace those arms behind your back. Feet are hips width distant and parallel. Bend your knees. And then lift the interlaced fingers away. Get a nice stretch here. You guys are crushing it. Come right back through center. All right. You're going to come to that surface, your chair, your tabletop, whatever it is. I want you to grab it. Make sure it's near you, okay? So I'm actually going to pull mine a little bit more here on my mat. I'm going to step about an entire forearms or arm's length away. So if you can see here, my arms are long out of my shoulders. My feet are hips width distant and parallel. My spine is pretty straight and my tailbone is reaching behind me. Once you get there, start to pulse. Fingers are bright, okay? Really reach them. You are melting the palm of your hand into whatever surface, okay? Keep your chin slightly lifted off your chest. Little pulse down, down. 8 right here. Inhale, exhale for 4, for 3, for 2. Good. Hold it low. Peel the right heel up, still pulsing. So you're working a slight little releve here. Right heel is lifted. Little pulse, pulse. Right heel down, left heel up. Squeeze those toes down, squeeze your belly button back, building this fire. 4, 3, 2, both heels up. It's a teeny tiny pulse in a releve position. Shoulder blades are on your back. Yes. Little pulse. 8. Inhale, exhale for 4, 3, 2. Good. Hold it here. Hold, hold. Reach the tailbone long. All you're going to do is put the heels down and lift. Put them down, lift, squeeze. Heels down, heels lift. The knees stay bent, arms stay long, down. And lift, down. Lift, squeeze. 4, breathe. Quads are talking back to you. Last 2. Last 1. Gorgeous. Lift yourself all the way up. All right, from here, right arm is coming onto that chair. You're going to step in with your right foot, toes at a diagonal. Tap your left foot out to the left. Lift your left leg and tap. Lift and tap. Lift, squeeze, and tap. There it is. Right knee is bent. Left leg is long. There, perfect. It's a little lift and a tap right into your glute here. Lift, squeeze. Down dog, child's pose, always an option. Water towel all the time. Lift. 2 more. Now hold this leg up. Hold it, point your toe. Point, point. Now lift just up, up. It's not about the height, okay? It's about lengthening that left leg. It's about pulling your belly button in, keeping that right knee soft, making the movement tiny. Itty bitty baby movements. 4, 3, 2, gorgeous. Lift yourself all the way up. Fold yourself over right back into that fold over little pulse. Feet are hips width distant and parallel. It's a bend, bend, never straightening. Notice that I'm staying deep. Right heel up. Keep the pulse. Brighten your fingers. Right heel down, left heel up, pulse. Inhale and exhale. Amazing. Make sure your chin is not on your chest. Make sure you have room to breathe. Both heels up. It's a press. Make it smaller. How much smaller can you make it? How much more can you drive your belly button back up and in? For 4, just 3. Last 2, hold the bend in the knees, reach the tailbone. Heels down, heels up, heels down, heels up. That's it. Press down and lift. Down. Nice flat back here. Lift, squeeze. 4, 3. Yes, you can. Just 2. Just hold. Heels down. Lift yourself up. All right, side 2. Step in with your left foot. Take your left hand onto that chair. Tap your right leg out to the side. Lift your right leg up. Tap and lift. Tap and lift. Right, bigger movement right here. Checking your foundations. Tap down and lift. Keep squeezing into your left foot. Nice and deep. Tap and lift. Amazing. Perfect. 4, 3, 2. Hold it. Right leg, little lift, just up, up. Inhaling and exhaling. Baby movements here. Itty bitty, teeny tiny. 4, just 2, and release, shake it out. Okay, we're folding over or bending our elbows. And now if you notice, I'm pitched forward from my waist, tapping my right toe behind me, lifting it up, tapping it down, lift and tap, lift. So not a full flat back here. I'm just pitched forward from my hips. My hip points are not opening, they're square. You're firing up the hamstrings here. Lift every time you tap, pull your belly in. Lift, belly buttons in. Lift. Good, good. No dumping into the low back here, okay? 4, 2, hold it, hold it, hold it. Beautiful. Switching sides. Step forward with that right. Tap your left leg back. Bend your knee. Lift. Tap, squeeze, right? Lift. Tap, squeeze. That part, that core contraction, when you touch the toe to the floor, is part of the work here. Squeeze and lift. Belly buttons in. Left leg is long. Squeeze. 4, 3, 2, hold and release. Take that chair, move it away from your mat, coming back. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, let it go. Again, big breath here. Exhale, open your mouth. This time, we're stepping out into a wide second position. Toes are at 10 and 2. Roll your shoulders down your back. Hands coming to prayer. Your right heel lifts and lowers. Left and lower. Good. So those knees started out bent right over the ankles. Lift and lower. Lift. Good. You're just rolling through the top of your foot right now. Spine is straight. Heart is lifted. Hands to prayer. Next time you lift that right heel, hold it. Hold right here. Now pulse. It's down, down. Notice I never say up and down. Just deeper, deeper, deepest. You've got this. 8. Open your mouth. Exhale. Let it go. For 4, for 3, for 2. Right heel down. Left heel up. Little pulses right here. Those left toes are squeezing down into the mat. Your belly button is back towards your spine. Your palms are pressing into each other, keeping your biceps engaged. 4, 3, 2. Both heels down. You pulse down, down. There it is. Keep the fire in those legs. You have earned it. Pulse. 8. God, can you soften your face? Do not clench your teeth. 4, 3, 2. Good. Hold it low. Hold, hold. Right heel up. Left heel up. Press down. Squeeze the belly button back up and in. Inhale. Exhale. Both heels down. Sweep your arms all the way up and overhead. Exhale, let it go. Take that right arm across your chest. Soften your shoulder. Keep your feet pressing. Keep your knees soft. Yeah. And then left side. Amazing, you guys. Coming up to a wall or a surface, I want you to take your left foot in your hand, bend your right knee, then really kick your foot into your hand here and lift your hip points up. You'll notice a deeper stretch in your quad. Beautiful work today. You should feel amazing. Take this into a figure 4, sit nice and low. So the figure 4 is the same idea as that sumo. You're really sending the tailbone long behind you. You can point, flex, roll your ankle in a circle. And then stand up, switching sides. Grab the top of that foot. Kick it into your hand. Inhale and exhale. Figure 4 right here. Do not forget the stretch, you guys. It's super important. Roll your ankle in a circle. Perfect. Come right back onto your mat. Sweep your arms all the way up and overhead. Grab your strength, put it between your palms, and pull that down to heart center. Thank you so much for joining me today. My name is